humor and a no-jerk policy. That's how Walt Disney Studios chairman Alan Horn says his company has managed to thrive at a time of great change in the movie business.
And you wish upon a star.
What music?
Makes no
The
difference
keys, of course.
who you
The keys to the Disney kingdom. And the keys to this kingdom and the huge profits that it has made that have completely revolutionized the industry and made it a standout is the number of studios that Disney has within its very empire. So let's take a look, before we hear from Alan Horn, at the Disney studio magic. On the magic point, we have the Walt Disney Studios, the pictures themselves, Walt Disney Pictures. You have Pixar, the animation behemoth, Lucasfilms, which brought in Star Wars, and the new acquisition of Marvel Comics. Put all those together, and you have an amazing collection of studios that are just churning out some tremendously profitable movies, because all 5 of the top grossing films in 2016 were Disney films. 5 were the top grossing, and 4 of them actually made $1 billion. Star Wars, Rogue One, Captain America, Finding Dory, Zootopia, and The Jungle Book all brought in over $1 billion, and the others were not far behind. So 2017, at the Magic Kingdom, the house that the mouse built, well, it promises to be just as lucrative, because on the agenda will be Star Wars Episode 8. There's the live-action Beauty and the Beast, a new Guardians of the Galaxy, another of the franchise of Pirates of the Caribbean, and Thor. This is extraordinary in terms of one company. I spoke to Alan Horn, who joined me in the New York newsroom, and he told me it took the entire Disney empire working together to achieve such a successful year.
Each of our projects has to share the common threads of heart and humor.
Dory? Yes. Dory? Yes. You and I were friends! No.
We have to have both in each of our movies.
You know I wouldn't do this if I had any other choice. But he's my friend. So was I.
Also, we happen to have an extraordinary lineup of stars, if you will, in that the heads of each of our divisions, Pixar, Disney Animation, Marvel, Lucas, and the internal group, the heads of each of those organizations is a filmmaker.
How much are you prepared to take risk when they come to you, or a project is on the table and you look at it and you say, well...
Each of these pictures represents substantial risk because they're so expensive. When we have these sort of tentpole movies, as we say, with size and scope and scale, they cost a lot of money, and the audience has become accustomed to spectacular films in the theater, and they expect seamless effects and so on. So it's really, they're risky just coming in, but we have to take a swing. We have to go for it.
Is there a movie that you've sort of winced when you saw the early budget and you thought, I'm going to agree this, but I'm doing it?
Bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
When we first saw the cost of Jungle Book and what it meant to convert this picture to essentially a digitally imagined recreation.
All you gotta do is look for the bare necessities.
And combination of Walt Disney's 67 picture and Rudyard Kipling's book from 1895 or 1894, it was daunting. We thought, oh boy. But you have to take swings in this business.
And what do you have for me next year?
We have Beauty and the Beast. Coming soon to a theater near you.
The amazing part about Disney that I think is unique to your company is your ability to get all sections of the company to work together. And
Yes.
I saw this when I was at the theme parks last year for Business Traveller. You were already planning which characters from which movies would be in the park in 12 months' time.
Yes,
This is a crucial part of Bob Iger's strategy, isn't it?
Yes.
The whole thing has to...
He brought these companies, which contribute to this movie-making process, these different entities, the components of the Disney formula, if you will, he brought them into the company. 2006, Pixar, 2009, Marvel, 2012, Lucas. We wouldn't have these star athletes without that. Now, he then directs a synergy between and among the different parts of our Walt Disney Group, including Parks and Resorts, ESPN, ABC, Consumer Products, and of course my studio group. And the synergy, I know another tired word, but the synergy that results from that is fantastic.
But how do you prevent silos?
We just communicate with one another. We have a non-ego kind of let's just talk to one another philosophy of the company, kind of a no-jerk policy. And it works.
What happens inside you when you sit in the big chair in the movie theatre, either in your own screening rooms or you've gone to the movies, the music plays, the curtains up and the movie begins. What happens inside you? It's a really...
I am transformed. I sit there and I am transported to a different place. And when that journey, with a beginning, a middle, and an end, with characters I care about, with something at stake, with a good versus evil or whatever it is, when I am transported, there's nothing else that invades that space until that picture's over.